go do that 30.
Hey Steve, what's going on? This is the almighty WWE champion. Hey man, I heard you had this new YouTube channel, Hill Stevens. I just want to give you a shout out. I'm going to go check it out. And I think everybody else needs to make sure to tune into Around the Point because we've been contracted. And if you don't tune in, you're going to get some business from the Herb business.
Welcome to the new L. Steven channel.
What just happened?
He went away. He's like,
Bobby, I love you.
Here
I
we
love
go.
you. I love you, Bobby. Bobby, I love you.
Here we go.
That
Here we
was
go.
funny,
Here-
man.
Bobby's
Here we
like, fuck this.
Hey Steve, what's going on? This is the almighty WWE champion. Hey man, I heard you had this new YouTube channel, Hill Stevens. I just want to give you a shout out. I'm going to go check it out. And I think everybody else needs to make sure to tune into Around the Point because we've been contracted. And if you don't tune in, you're going to get some business from the Herb business.
Wait, why'd you play that twice?
Well, for whatever reason, my computer just had like the little not responding shit that popped up.
Oh, yeah. It just
well,
probably crashed on him.
Yeah,
we
so
saw it though.
on
we
my
saw it.
end, it just came off like that on my end. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is your night 2 review.
Yeah, from the new Hill Steven channel.
The new Heel Stevens,
they said the new.
channel. I want to give a big thank you to the WWE champion, the one, the only, the almighty, my man, Lashley, for that awesome intro. Thank you to Big Dave, Dave Sack here, for
Draper.
our John Draper for making this happen. I don't know how he did it, but I heard that he hunted him down. He went to his hotel and did the whole But it is what it is. It is what it is. I want to thank you again. You guys were fucking awesome as always. But yes, this is your night 2 review of Dorkmania, aka WrestleMania 37 review. Holy shit! It is 11:45, or almost 11:45 p.m. here in the East Coast. It is obviously Sunday, April 11th, 2021. It is me. It is Steve. But you all already knew that already. But I am not alone here. I'm here joined by these awesome people that you see here as always, all the way from Detroit, the man with the golden charm, Big Mike. You can check him out at Detroit Gamer 313 on Twitter. Detroit Big Mike 313. What's up, brother? How you been? Your thoughts and overall, man. How you feeling, bro?
It was a show, I guess.
Show. It was a
It was a
show.
show.
Pal.
Yeah, it was
a show,
It was
pal.
something. It was something.
It was
I don't
something.
know.
Yes, it was something. It was something. I feel you. And we're also joined all the way in the East Coast as well, all the way in the mean streets of Bridgeport, Connecticut. The one, the only, Walter, the UK champion, still after this long week. Walter, how you been, bro?
Long week indeed. And I think it definitely caught up to us near the end. So
Needed dead, bro. Absolutely. I hear you, man. But you had a good week, though. And still, man. Pandemic and all.
2 years and counting.
2 years and counting. Pandemic and all. And still, man. And we're also joined all the way in California, all the way in the West Coast, the Tribal Chase, 4K Chase, the StreamYard Messiah himself, the AEW fanboy assassin, the one, the only, Chase Oliver. You can check him out on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Chase, what's up, bro? How you been?
We have to acknowledge him. we have to acknowledge the tribal.
Absolutely, the tribal chief.
My
And-
tribal chief, Jacob Fatu.
I guess so. Had to be the one, this mother flower. And we're joined here all the way, also in the West, also in California, all the way in Sacramento, California.
Mhm.
You can check him out on Twitter at DaveSack5, the one, the only Dave Sack. Dave, how you been?
All right, I just gotta say this off the bat. The first two matches, I got nothing. My stream was horrible. Fuck the Peacock, man.
Oh, that's a way to get into it right away, huh?
No, I just have to say I did not like it. Lagged so bad. I missed both matches, and they don't allow a start from the beginning feature. Like you have to let it fully play out before you get the replay. So,
I mean, here's the thing about it. I mean, it depends. What were you watching it on? Real quick, what were you watching it on? What were you watching?
PS4.
That's probably why, bro. Yeah, I watched on.
Yeah, I had issues with my PS5, and so instead, I noticed with a lot of this stuff. My friend who had an Xbox had issues, but the ones that didn't have issues, my friend who was using Peacock on Roku, he was good. My friend
That's
that
what I was watching.
Amazon
PC?
Fire-
What about PC?
Yeah, I said desktop. Desktop is PC. Fire Stick was okay. Chromecast worked really well on my cell phone because I was having issues with just the pre-show because I did have issues last night, but I was watching it with my family members, so we watched it on the Chromecast and on their phone, so it worked out just fine. So I think the console ones, the Peacock consoles are like, and the Peacock app in general. I was even having issues watching the Stone Cold and Jericho on my PS5.
I actually thought that was gonna air after Mania. I'm happy they aired it this morning. Like I didn't, but I found out too late, so I didn't even finish it.
So we'll get into all that in a little bit. Okay, there's so much to get into this review. We got to talk about WrestleMania Night 2. We'll talk about, I guess, parts of the Broken Skull sessions with Steve Austin and Jericho, and we're also going to be announcing the winner of the WrestleMania contest giveaway.
Dorkmania
giveaway, WrestleMania kind of again, bro. Overall, listen, I'm just excited. I thought overall, from someone that watched it from home, just seeing everything go down. Yes, they had to go through adversity, but they pulled through. They managed to pull through. Overall, if you'd ask me right now, what I thought was the better night, if you will, out of all two nights, I would say obviously night one. I thought night two was honestly a one-match show.
Yeah.
We can all agree on that. It's a one-match show. It shows me that obviously two nights is a hit and miss for WrestleManias. So that being said, I'm hoping going next year in Dallas, they do go back to just one night. And also, one more thing I want to say before we get into the actual review and all that stuff. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I do prefer going forward if they stick to the 8 p.m. start time, like they did back in the day. I know before all it was 7 p.m. start time, what have you, but I prefer the 8 p.m. I guess it's nostalgia purpose, but that's just me. But overall, guys, your thoughts on the show? You guys want to go one by one? Go at it.
I think I'll go first. I mean, the show started out weird.
Okay.
With the Fiend. The Fiend had a good entrance. I like that. But it started out weird, got a little boring, then mellowed out to okay, and then it ended with a bang. So it was just a roller coaster of meh to okay.
Facts.
I'll go next. I'll go next.
All right, what about you, Walty?
Yeah, so I kind of agree with what Mike was saying. Basically, it was just like the main event definitely helped it. It wasn't complete shit because of that. But I mean, I guess there was some okay matches and some that just weren't needed. So it was just okay. Nothing compared to night one.
Fair enough. What about you, Dave Sack? Your thoughts overall?
I mean, it was night two is just a one. It was a one match.
Night two.
Night two, one match show. I think Like night one, no matter what the card was going to be all together for both nights, had to be the home run because it was the first night back for the crowds. So they had to save what they knew was going to be the good shit for night one. We just got a lot of what night two was outside of the main event. Looked like like you know how they did a WrestleMania SmackDown pre-show edition or whatever. They could have done that same stuff for Raw or like for tomorrow. Some of those matches would have just been perfect as like as the main event of Raw. You know, like that's what I felt. But it is what it is. You know, there were a few cool spots outside of the main event that I liked. The segments were blah. You know, I wasn't really feeling it. It's not that I'm exhausted from Mania already, but it's just like I don't know. It felt like it was missing something really, really big.
What about you, Chase? What about you?
It was I thought the placement of the matches were kind of off. It was definitely the main event carried pretty much this whole show, and I thought a lot of the matches when they actually started to get going, they just ended them. They were just like, oh yeah, the match is going, it's going, and all of a sudden it was like, bam, the match was over. So yeah, we'll talk about it more later on, but yeah, some of the matches I felt like that, but I feel like if you would have placed the certain matches on the card first and other matches somewhere else, this could have been at least a passable night. Even if the matches weren't good, at least passable. But this night, it's a Bret Hart out of 10, baby.
There you go. There you go.
Wow.
So what I will say, and what really, because there was talks of all the rain and more rain coming and it's gonna get bad by 8 p.m. I'm just happy that everything got went smoothly, if you will. What is up, Howard, in the chat? How are you? All you guys as well that are tuning in live or watching this, whether it's on YouTube or on Twitch.tv. You guys are coming in. So let's get into the show. Let's get right into this. We kick things off with Randy Orton versus The Fiend. People really mad about the ending of the main event. I don't know about that. I mean, hey, we'll get into it in a little bit. So we kicked the show off with Randy Orton versus The Fiend. Which really shocked me because I really don't think that would have started the match. Let's be honest here. I think all of us were expecting some type of cinematic style of a match. You know what I mean? That was my belief. I remember Chase said a couple of weeks ago that it's in a scenario where Randy Orton rescues John Cena.
That would have been better. Than
I heard about that.
Exactly.
I heard about that.
I guess we got here was in the opening match. Orton came out to white gear, freshly dripped out.
That's like retro Orton would have wore that.
I don't know about that. I never really saw Orton wear white. He wore multiple colors and shit back in the day, but I never really.
The design of the pants looked very like Evolution.
I guess I don't know. We have to ask Chase. Chase is the resident Randy Orton.
He didn't wear white that much back in the day.
No, but like the side logo thing that he had on the pant. I mean, on the tights, it looked kind of like his old gear.
I guess so.
With the tattoo design, yeah, yes.
So we kicked off the show with this, and oh my god! So here's the thing. So before this, the Fiend, who again we all saw, who got burned to a crisp, shows up. He's walking, and I kind of like that, the whole effect, whatever, the visual of it, right? He's walking, and he just transforms back into the regular Fiend, just like it was nothing. So him getting burnt a couple of months ago, it never fucking happened. So Alexa Bliss comes out with a giant Jack in the Box. It's just literally on the stage, literally on the ringside area, right? And she's moving the thing, Jack in the Box, right? And the next thing you know, out comes the Fiend. And I'll say this.
Hey, Steven, can we not say her first name, please? Because it will cause my device to go off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Say
Bliss.
Little Miss Bliss.
Little Miss Bliss. Okay, Little Miss Bliss.
Harley Quinn.
To me, the highlight of this was the Fiend's entrance. I don't know. It looked badass. He came out the Jack in the Box. The music was playing in the background. The people were into it, right? and then he just jumps out of the box and he attacks Orton. They go at it. And here's the thing: I think all of us were expecting, obviously, the Fiend to win. Exactly. You're expecting them to throw him a bone finally, right? God damn it, right? But no, out of nowhere, like literally, he has him in the mandible claw. He has Orton in the mandible claw, and for whatever reason, Alexa Bliss comes. I'm sorry, Miss Bliss. Miss Bliss.
No, that might have been Sister Abigail. I don't know.
I don't know who she was. The Bliss, right? Shows up, and all this like the thing that they had Orton come out of his mouth right a couple of weeks ago is dripping out of. Maybe so. Maybe it's gasoline or oil. I don't know. And it's just falling all over Alexa. About Miss Bliss, right? And for whatever reason, this distracts the Fiend. It distracts him. And Orton hits the RKO out of nowhere for the 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, hey, yo.
Was this really like less than 5 minutes?
I would say so.
Yeah.
If you don't count entrances, yes,
yeah,
after 5 minutes. Entrances, Randy Orton's song looped twice. It's rare when Randy Orton's song.
My stream died while he was walking down the ring, so
listen, the whole Fiend thing is done. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's over with. It's over with.
I've been done with this idiot for quite some time. I've been on the Bray Wyatt sucks train for the longest time. I've been saying it for years. No one wants to listen. Everyone's like, no more of this bullshit, dog. No more of this fucking guy doing this shit, dog.
Crack kills, Chase.
Pull your pants up. Pull your pants up, Chase.
Oogly boogly. Oogly boogly. It's the new best beer. I'm over here giving you guys all my soul of the earth. I see the center of the earth. It makes infinity when I squeeze it down because I give you all the infinite reasons why you need to feel me.
No more of this guy. I'm so done with this guy. His boogly stuff, all his crap. He's been overrated for years. You people just like him because he can cut your edgy promos. That's the reason why you like this dweeb. He stinks.
I mean,
he stinks.
He learned his promo from Jake Roberts. Who else in the roster has been doing that?
He stinks. He stinks.
This
motherfucker can only get good matches when Daniel Bryan is going, yes to him. I'm done with this guy. I'm tired of everyone overrating this dude. This dude has not been good ever.
So yes, dude, I agree. To me, it's just one of those things. Yeah, to me, this is over with. I don't know where this character goes from here. I don't know. I don't even know where Orton goes from here.
Guaranteed everyone, like Steven, he gets his segment on Raw. Everyone's gonna be like, he's back. They ran back. We love Bray Wyatt. He's gonna give it a chance. Give it a chance. And guess what happens? They're back in. Don't go back in.
You know what?
Stay out. Just stay out. Stop overrating this piece of shit.
Facts.
I got an idea. I'm thinking they're gonna
like spin this off. If it's not Bray Wyatt, I don't want to hear it.
No, it's not Bray Wyatt. It's not Bray Wyatt. It's worse.
Better not be no Jacob Fatu either.
No.
All right.
No. They're going to continue this gimmick crap, pushing because notice she hasn't really wrestled that much anymore. They're gonna take this gimmick and push it to the moon with Bliss. And that's how she's gonna win the belt back. With this magic crap.
So she's gonna take the belt.
They've always been. She's gonna be the one to do it with Magic Spooky. Why do you think Rhea was the one to eliminate her in the Rumble, and not let her foreshadow?
Basically, I'm reading the chat here as well. Chief writes here, did Alexa pull a face turn? I don't even know what she pulled.
No, dude, it's just some stupid oogly boogly shit, dog. It's
so the oogly boogly.
Like it's like all this shit, dog. See, this was a terrible first impression. Like you don't kick off the WrestleMania with this shit. You should have kicked it off with the Nigerian drum fight. That would have been a better way to kick off Mania. This match, like you kick it off, Randy Orton,
or at least Rhea and Asuka.
Huh?
or at least kick off with Rhea and Asuka.
Either or. Let me just finish what I'm saying, because the first impression is this match was a bad first impression. This should have gone into Jericho second match treatment, so that way it's just like, hey, it's second. We don't have to think about it just because. Everything about this match did not scream first match of WrestleMania. It really felt like, you know what this match felt like? This match felt like if the WrestleManias were combined. And we just saw Bianca win the title, and we're emotionally drained after that great moment. And then it's like, well, coming up next, here's this personal rivalry between Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. And it's just the red lights and just everything about it. The Fiend no selling offense like we're supposed to care. And Michael Cole selling this like he's never seen it before. Michael Cole, you've seen this motherfucker get his ass kicked by Daniel Bryan. How are you going to sit here and freaking act like, I've never seen this before? The Fiend, he's been reborn. Like, just stop. And then the Fiend just looking at Alexa Bliss, he was like, oh, look at the boogity. I want to touch your hand.
Reading the comments here, Silver Surfer. Hey, Chase, you were right. It didn't rain tonight. LOL.
I told you, dude, Vince paid God. He was like, hey, God, don't make it rain tonight. Damn it. Here's some money.
Come on, pal. Hey, pal.
I'll make it beautiful tonight. Tribal Chief.
Come here, pal. Let's talk, pal. I want to get your thoughts on this, Mike, Walty. Your thoughts on this whole thing.
The only thing I liked about this match was Bray doing a lot of the Brody Lee mannerisms. That's about it.
Yeah, this match was kind of like doo doo. I mean, the Fiend got a nice entrance, but I mean, like Chase said, I mean, this shit's over. Like we don't need to see the Fiend anymore.
We don't need the Fiend, yeah.
We don't gotta see that shit no more.
The only thing I would like to see from Bray Wyatt is if he turns into his father's gimmick. That's it.
Not IRS. That'll be better, dog.
Not IRS.
Big buff IRS. Okay.
I know we didn't talk about this
when he was a varsity wrestler.
A varsity. Okay.
Yeah,
if we can get to that real quick, I know we got to talk about the women's tag team title match. I think we're about to grade on it. I think.
No, there's the one thing I will say about this match. This is how you knew night 2 was bad. The second most time of the night was Natalya versus $1 Natty, Tamina Snuka, and Baszler and Nia Jax went
14 minutes
and 20 seconds. Second longest match, longer than the women's title, longer than Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, longer than the Nigerian drum fight, longer than those matches.
Man,
absolutely ridiculous.
But think about this. The main event was only 4 minutes. No, about 6 minutes more than that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how you know night 2 was bad. The fans were meme chanting for Tamina. They thought it was funny to chant for this woman. It's never good to chant for this woman.
Hey, man, that's Missionary Thomas's Bay right there.
That's cool for Missionary Thomas. I like you, Miss from Wrestling Soup. All I'm saying is that they shouldn't be meme chanting her. This was just absolutely dreadful doo-doo shit. The worst spot of the match was when Natalya shoulder shoved Tamina. Was like, hey, don't forget to look there. And they looked and they wait till Nia Jax could get onto the second rope just to do a shitty dive. Oh my god!
And she hurt herself. She pulled a Peter Griffin.
Did she talk about her hole again?
And here's the thing: Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are not a bad tag team.
I like Reginald.
They just didn't have a good opponent.
Was Reginald there?
He did nothing. He honestly did nothing. It was literally just them wrestling. It was just a wrestling match that didn't need to be as long as it did. It just felt like they went way too over the time. It's like watching a New Japan match and the fucking Super Juniors are going freaking 30 minutes over, and you're just like, dude, can you guys just end the fucking match already?
Yeah. So there's that. I don't know, but there's something that I felt about this match too. There's a moment where Natalya did like a German suplex on Shayna. And I don't know about you, but I felt like, oh shit, something's not right here at first. Because the way Shayna landed. I'm like, shit.
Imagine if she gets injured.
Imagine. You never know. Think about it, right?
No, I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But that was just the thought that I had. At the same time, yeah, we had Tamina and Nia going at it. Yeah, they're family, so it's in the family.
I did see a clip of that match before because I tried to refresh my stream And I did see Nia like basically like I run this shit. I'm King Kong, bitch. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I like that attitude out of Nia. If she kept that up regularly, I'd be like, yo, big girl, bad attitude. You know, like she's big and ready to fuck you up. I'd be down with that, but she doesn't always have that attitude. So, yeah.
Feel you on that. So, I want to get this out of the way because let's be honest, none of us really cared about this match, right? None of us really cared.
Waste of time, and look at Chase, he's not even there. So.
What I want to talk about real quick, and again, this is just real quick. This is real quick. I want to talk about. Holy shit! This made me laugh. The beginning of the show, they had the host walk out, Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil.
Oh yeah, the Pirates.
Now they're in pirate outfit. There's a moment, and I paused this shit. Like, yo, there's a moment where Titus pulls out the sword and he points it at Hogan. And I'm like, oh shit, he about to cut Hulk Hogan right there in front of everybody at WrestleMania. You about to get the biggest pop of the night. Cause let's be real about it, yo. Hogan got hella booze.
Yep.
Depending who you talk to, depending what side of the fence you stand on, it is what it is, if you will. So let's move on from all this, right? Let's move on from all this nonsense here. We had the match from Ring of Honor, another Ring of Honor World Title match.
No,
not yet.
Not yet.
Even
this is the TV title match right here in Ring of Honor. Jim Cornette was probably just shaking his head. We had Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was accompanied by Logan Paul. This match was not worth having the feud. I guess the tag team match. Yeah, did you guys love seeing Logan Paul getting stunned? We'll get into that momentarily. I thought their match was fun for what it's worth. But then again, it's just one of those things where I've seen it already. Yeah, granted, the thought that, hey, they're having their WrestleMania match one-on-one. That's cool, I guess. But it's like you've seen it once, you've seen it all. Yes, they got a good reaction from the crowd. They got their shit in. There's, Logan Paul was sitting at ringside. It's like, bro, he just literally did nothing besides just take the stunner. Speaking of which, Owens got the win. And after that, there's this whole thing where I guess Logan went to congratulate Kevin. Oh, I respect you. And Sammy got angry. How dare you say that? Screw you. I don't need any of you. And he just walked away. And it ends with Kevin Owens stunning Logan Paul, which the visual of it is like, oh, bro, Logan didn't land right. It just looks so and I know he's in his acting whole realm and shit, but it's like, bruh.
I've seen a lot of people say he sold it well.
I mean, it depends though. What do you guys thoughts on the whole thing?
I mean, he did the Vince front bump. Yeah. So, it's like, what do you want me to say? I mean, the match is cool.
This whole feud going into this match and everything, it seems pointless. I really don't care. Don't get me wrong. Those two can put on a great match under the right circumstances. This was just completely stupid. I did not care at all about Sami Zayn and this conspiracy shit. You know who did a better job with the conspiracy? R-Truth. Talking about conspiracies and stuff. I believe that more than Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn just at this point, I'm done.
Really?
I'm actually kind of done with Sami Zayn.
You used to be on Sami Zayn nuts back in the day. He used to be big on Sami Zayn back in the day. He used to be big on Sami Zayn. My bad. It was the other guy. My bad. It was
yeah, I was.
Oh shit!
What? No, this is the match was basically a dude knowing he's got why am I even in this fight? I know I'm about to win, and then that's exactly what happens. It's like the guy who knew he was gonna win was gonna win, and this is I wasn't feeling it, and it's like, if I want to watch a good Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match, I'll watch the Ladder War on their way out of ROH.
Well, on Sammy's way out of ROH.
But yeah, you know what I mean.
Anyway, Walter, Chase, Mike, your thoughts overall on the match?
I already got my thoughts.
Did you really?
I did.
All right. Well, just quick. Nothing too special. I mean, they kind of did what they did for the little time they got. So, good for them. Like you said, all the indie darling fans. This is a special moment for them. And Kevin Owens, always beat Sami Zayn. That's how it always going to be.
ROH style 23. Oh my God, he was glued to the TV.
Hell yeah, this was his moment. Except we could do away with the Logan Paul stuff, but it is what it is.
I seen these guys back in the day in the bingo hall in Ring of Honor. I used to review their matches back in the day, and now here they are in WrestleMania. It was awesome, guys. I give it a 4. I give it a 4 out of 5, if you will. Chase, your thoughts overall.
It was a nice little quick Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens match. Good for them being able to wrestle and WrestleMania. And Logan Paul looked like he damn near broke his neck when he took that stunner, but just good for them. It's like, hey, this match, SmackDown worthy. It wasn't even really a pay-per-view match. Like, it was okay. Like, it was just that, like, it was nice to see Kevin Owens, like, there's certain moves he can't do anymore, and Sami Zayn's like, yeah, Kevin, you can fucking do all those stupid moves on me. I don't care. So it was nice seeing Kevin Owens do all his stupid shit that he doesn't really do anymore. So it kind of reminds you, like, oh yeah, Kevin Owens, he can actually do all this shit. Just all the other wrestlers are like, hey, Kevin, I ain't taking that shit. Sami Zayn, he's like, yeah, I'll take it. I don't care, dude. But yeah, nothing special. Like there's like a gajillion other matches that they've done better and stuff. This match was just kind of like a nice little like, hey guys, milestone, you did it. And for them, I'm happy. But overall, as a fan, it was I was hoping that this match would be like Seth Rollins and Cesaro, where it was like Seth Rollins and Cesaro really like jumped this ship for night one, where it was just like, oh shit, night one's gonna be good. Like we already got good matches night one with Drew and Lashley. But when you get a big card match that literally has low expectations, deliver really big, that's what I thought this match was going to be. And right when I felt like that this match was picking up a familiar theme that I'm going to talk about with the other matches tonight, it just ended way too quick and stuff. But overall, that's just cool for them. That's cool for them. Whatever for me.
The post match just gave me a reminder back and see Kevin Owens powerbomb Machine Gun Kelly, because that was better times.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Also, throughout the show, they did the whole thing like they did yesterday with Bailey, which really didn't end well.
Can we just talk about that now, Steven, instead of like waiting?
Just the whole lead up.
The whole Bailey thing. What, the whole Bailey thing?
Yeah,
the reoccurring Bailey.
Well, I didn't like this. Okay, here's Bailey, who, and again, I'm gonna sound like a smart when I say this shit. God damn it. Mm-hmm. It's not fair. She basically carried, because everyone's saying she carried the division on her back for a year, this and that. She's been the MVP of the women's division during the pandemic of WWE. People will say that. And she just got basically embarrassed by the Bella twins, who...
Why?
Yeah, I get that. Again, there was talks of apparently her having the talk show at WrestleMania and have it be Becky Lynch as the guest. That was the rumor.
That would have made sense.
Now, if they are to tomorrow bring her in at Raw, because it's Raw after Mania, pal, that would be the biggest disappointment. But you're going to bring her back into a Thunderdome with no audience, just screens. But yet, you could have done that at WrestleMania in front of a fucking crowd. Because you know that this year too, they didn't tell you how many people were in the building, like other years.
Right.
They could have easily said
they did use half the stadium.
I realized that too. Holy shit! Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
right?
They only used half the stadium. It was literally just like if they were in a fucking random arena, dude, like 18,000.
They pulled the TNA lockdown 2013.
Hey man, it worked out for them. I thought the set looked good. So
and for me, honestly, it did look good. I did enjoy the set overall.
Long ass entrance ramp that takes forever to get down to, man.
Exactly. Probably I'll put it up there. As far as set designs go, I'll put it up there probably in the top 10.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, easily 100%. But we can agree though. Again, what happened with Bailey wasn't right. We can all agree on that.
Especially with like, look, I'm one of the biggest Bella Twin defenders you'll see. But like the Bella Twins ain't coming back, dude. Like not at this moment, So it's like, why do you have it where it's like they take out Bailey. This should have been Ronda. This should have been Becky Lynch. Should have been someone else. You know, like this kind of summed up night 2 for you. You're just like, oh yeah, like this.
Hell, I would even take Molly Holly hitting her.
No, okay, stop.
No, because all the Hall of Fame shit. They were on her. Yeah, okay, whatever.
No, not Molly Holly. I'm just saying it has to be someone that can actually come back and do something with Bailey. You know, like an introductory. Maybe if you want to force a woman down our throats, there's like someone that you want to push. Have it be her. Lacey Evans, maybe pregnant Lacey Evans hits her with the women's rights or something. I don't know. But it's just Bailey did a lot.
She was pregnant.
Yeah, she is. Bailey did, or Charlotte. Maybe Charlotte's COVID is healed, but she can't wrestle. She's still recovering. So she can go ahead and hit Bailey. Like that would have been fine too.
Facts.
It just sucks that Bailey gets this treatment. And it's just like there's nothing going to come out of this. It's not like Nikki Bella is going to come out on SmackDown and be all like, "Hey, what's it called? You know, Bailey, let's wrestle." You know, so
facts.
No, I agree. That is.
Did anybody cringe at that John Cena line?
No, I laughed.
I thought it was funny. I get it, but I mean,
you just hate the Bella twins, man.
No, I don't. It's just one of those things where it's like
I see the hate in his eyes, bro.
I honestly think it would be nice for him to be back, but I mean, because
and just tearing Bailey down would have been good.
Yeah,
because at least it's a fucking legend like Cena, so it's like, oh wow, Cena actually acknowledges her.
Right.
Yeah, they could have done way more with Bailey for sure.
Facts.
No, you know what? They should have done the segment of Knock Knock and then her guest being Michael Cole, because for some, whatever, Ding Dong. Yeah, whatever it's called. Ding Dong Hello. Yeah, you do the Ding Dong Hello segment with Michael Cole because for some reason she has this ongoing beef with Michael Cole. Like, remember at the Rumble, she had it buzz cut into her hair as a shot at Michael Cole, and he wasn't even on commentary.
I think I'm done having Michael Cole in segments at WrestleMania.
I don't know.
It was the 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
I'm good on that.
Yeah, we're good on that. Honestly,
they could have brought out Heidenreich to scare off Michael Cole.
They also had on the show a Bad Bunny video, and I guess they're promoting his tour coming up in 2022.
That's cool.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? That was that was the whole like premise of why he was here for as long as he was because he wasn't on tour. You know, he did this because he couldn't be on tour when he was supposed to. So it's not just that he was a big fan, which he is, and big ups to him for last night, but it's a thing of like, I can't be on tour, and the WWE is like, well, we'll take you, you know, so yeah. Why not promote it?
Yeah, I guess. But again, listen, you know, it was cool, whatever. Let's move on. Let's move on from this because I want to get into the contest and announce the winner and all that shit. And all that fun hippity hoopla. So from there, we go on to, let's see here. What I thought was a good match, but yeah, it has some hiccups. Can we all agree on that? Sheamus versus Riddle for the U.S. title. But before this, there was a backstage segment with Rob Van Dam, Riddle, and fucking Ali, featuring RVD 420 rolling paper.
That's hilarious.
That
needs to be real.
Before Vince wouldn't even let a weed anything on WWE television. Now he's just letting it fly.
It's Van Dam. He's not under contract. He's a Hall of Famer now. He got his award. His moment already happened.
Yeah.
I got to go back and watch the bump because apparently they did quite a bit of stuff on video, and I there's no leakage of the video segment that Riddle and RVD.
Roll over at Twitch. Hey Chase, no lie, you look like Paul Wall. Paul Wall, baby. It's
sideways.
That's a Twitch comment.
Yeah, bro. We're all live on YouTube and Twitch, bro.
Wow. Okay.
There you go.
Sitting sideways.
Paul Wall with the hood on.
Paul Wall, baby. It's Paul Wall.
Sideways.
You got a do-rag on for a second. Anyway.
This is regular. Man, I can put on a do-rag, to be honest, man.
Yeah, I used to. Like, be square, bro.
When you have curly hair, sometimes you got to keep it covered. Otherwise, you get shit in your.
Yeah,
you know?
I remember that. Yeah, back I used to braid my hair. I used to put on a do-rag to sleep and shit. So, anyway, we had Sheamus versus Riddle for the U.S. title. I thought the match was good. They went out there. They left it all out there. Obviously, there's some hiccups. There were botches. And the thing is now is, hey, they're in front of an audience, so people are gonna pick up on that. It's not like this whole year where you could tell they fixed it, edited some shit, and and now not for nothing, but it made it as a part of the match. Like, yeah, we're back, if you will. Yep, there's a crowd, there's hiccups. You can tell Sheamus was mad that he could hit the white noise off the top.
Dude, that's like a baseball player. He sees the home run. He knows that they're gonna throw that fastball down the middle. That would have been a huge spot for Sheamus. And instead you swung and missed, and you're pissed after that. Like, you can tell because Sheamus afterwards, he just hit the white noise randomly, climbs to the top rope, and he just does an angry double knee for no reason. He's like, fuck. And he just pins Riddle just to get a pin in.
When he did the white noise, he did like an extra jump with it. It made it look weird,
I guess. There's a moment in the match. I don't know if I know we all caught this, where Riddle like does a flip into the ring, and he stops for a sec, and Sheamus with the knee.
That was cool.
And you can tell he smacked his leg. And there's a photo going around where I guess it was the girl who did the national anthem last night, or who sang America the Beautiful last night. Mm-hmm. There's a photo, and they're by Gorilla, and there's a paper in the wall saying "No slapping leg when kicks." I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but it was hilarious. But eventually, it was all said and done. Sheamus got the win. He is the new U.S. champion. Riddle, with a bleeding mouth for all his efforts, ended up losing his first WrestleMania.
That bro
came down in a scooter. You could tell he was mad too. You could tell in the look on his eyes, like, yeah, he's mad.
He shouldn't have forgot his lines with Oscar.
There's a part of me that felt like, yo, they're going, oh, something happened here. You can't even do it. Chase can't
no birds
do it.
Are coming out though.
The birds.
Would you get like 2 inches off the ground?
Eye patch birds.
So
I'm not trying to jump too high, dog. I'm on the top floor of my house. I don't want to make too much noise.
Oh, okay.
So you guys thoughts on the match though? You guys thoughts on the match overall?
The match was dangerous at points.
It's dangerous. Huh?
Yeah, with the almost killing each other botch on the turnbuckle. It was very, very dangerous.
I hear you, brother. What about you, Dave Sack?
The finish. I liked the finish. That was. If you're gonna have a like, if you're gonna have it, like the best way I could put it is just like, you like to have those moments that stand out for Mania. I know night 2 can't trump night 1, but I'll like on the highlight career of Sheamus, I'll remember that. That was cool.
Okay, fair enough. What about you, Walty?
Yeah, I thought this match was fine. Like, yeah, there was a couple botches, which kind of sucked, or else this match would have been probably a show stealer. But I thought they did the best they could, and I think Sheamus did deserve this. He's low-key had a solid year, so for being in the company for more than a decade, I think that's a pretty good accomplishment.
Fair enough. And what about you, the Tribal Chase Bunny? Tribal Chase.
I thought Sheamus is a total pro. Good match. Could have gone longer. Probably will be better at the what's next? Money in the Bank?
No, there's actually WrestleMania Backlash.
Okay, at WrestleMania Backlash, it'll be better.
At Dorkmania Backlash, baby.
So WrestleMania still continues then.
It's a 4-night extravaganza there, Walter.
Yeah, Michael.
Actually, the night after WrestleMania is night number 4. Then we're gonna have the SmackDown after Mania, night 5, and Backlash WrestleMania.
And then NXT is on Tuesday.
and NXT after Takeover, pal, on Tuesday.
Well, what would you do after you stand and deliver? What would be the next step in that?
I sit down.
Right.
I raise my hand.
Sit and receive.
Pray.
You sit and receive.
Fall and pray.
Hey, I gotta listen to that new track that Scarlett
What's your
did with
favorite-
Stuxy. I gotta listen to it. See how bad it is.
So server right here. What's your favorite DMX? You guys' favorite DMX song?
Ooh,
Ain't No Sunshine.
that's a good one.
Slipping.
Anderson Silva.
Slipping.
Angels.
Mine's a tie between Lord Give Me a Sign and They Don't Know.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go with Lord Gives Me a Sign.
There you go.
Yeah.
So let's move on here. Let's move on here real quick. They presented the Hall of Famers like they usually do. The thing that Kane was the lead-in. That's crazy, but anyway, we had the Nigerian drum fight. We had Big E versus Apollo. We had a live concert from Wale.
Y'all want to go
Lip
big?
syncing.
You know that.
He wasn't really singing or rapping.
He
or
was
whatever.
lip sync. I mean, I thought the match
honestly,
overall.
he should have.
I thought the match overall. I don't know. I had a different expectation for it.
And that's
I
what
was
went wrong.
picturing people actually hitting the drum. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
people
the
from-
guitar's not using, the drum's not being used. That was kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
it just felt like a hard. Honestly, it felt like just. You know what it felt like? You know how on Christmas episode they do like the miracle on
Yeah, one of those street fights.
fight or the Halloween, pumpkin batch. That's what it felt like almost.
Thanksgiving Brawl or something.
On a
Yeah,
WrestleMania. Just that's what it felt like.
You know what? I'm gonna say this because it was expected originally a few months back, and they really should have done it. This Mania night was missing a multi-man match to open because they normally would do that. They would do it early on in the card. They could have literally took Apollo, Big E, Sammy, Kevin, and then maybe Corbin and Mysterio for the IC, and that would have been our opening contest.
Oh boy.
The only reason I say that is because it's just like normally that they want to get as many people in as for a payday for Mania, and it's just like
WrestleMania was bought.
Wait, did they actually get a WrestleMania payday? Those Battle Royal people?
I don't. It probably did, but it's just like they weren't on the actual Mania card, you know? And it's just like it was missing that feel. I know they gave that to the women on night one with the tag turmoil match, but it's just like I don't know. Like I would have rather taken that versus what you guys explained to me was the opening.
Yeah,
like that in the women's tag, that combined time. No.
To me, I'm not like so. The multi-man matches are fine, but I'm not like the biggest fan of them because unless there's something tangible like a Money in the Bank on the line, that's when I like them. Like the IC title on the line, what's the point? Because it's always they just give it to some random person, and then that random person doesn't do shit with the belt anyways. So for me, I'm not a big fan of it because then it takes away from Money in the Bank, to be honest. Because like, it's like, dude, you just saw that at Mania. Now I got to see this at Money. It doesn't make those matches feel special. So like, multi-man matches are fine and all, but I was actually liking that they decided, hey, especially Apollo Crews, like he had probably the worst year last year in the pandemic era, despite being a U.S. champion and despite being pushed pretty heavily on Raw. The dude had a bad year. So the fact that this guy rebounded and got to where he was at was very impressive, especially in a short amount of time. I personally thought the match could have been a little bit longer. I personally thought they could have done a little bit better with the execution, and especially with the ending. Like the ending felt rushed, but Raw Underground, it wins again, baby. The return of Dabakoto.
Dabakoto, yeah, the return.
Yeah, heavyweights are back.
Heavyweights are back. The heavy hitters are back. Apparently now he's Nigerian. Okay.
Are you guys gonna be?
He could be a Samoan that represents the Nigerian sports. Come on, man.
Maybe, yeah, absolutely. I'm a firm believer.
Are you guys gonna be team Dabakedo or are you gonna be team Omos?
I'm gonna be team.
I'm team Walter, baby. I'm team Walter, baby. Listen, I'm still saying, bro. After last night, I'm still saying, bro. I'm still saying after last night, give me Walter versus Omos, bro. Shut up and take my money.
Walter, you gonna die, man.
Stop! I trying to almost.
You're
Bro.
gonna get chokeslammed to oblivion like Xavier Woods did for a while.
So, with all that being said, Apollo is now officially the Intercontinental Champion. It should have happened at Fastlane, but they're doing it now.
I mean,
The right result happened. I was let down by the visual of the stipulation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They ain't even use the drums.
They should have had people playing drums during the entire match, like kind of like some tribal shit, or like that's kind of like what they do in Muay Thai fighting. Like they have drums or something playing during the fight. I think that would have been effective. More to the gimmick.
We need to come here.
Like Black Panther, where they just instead of actually having to wrestle, they just use the candlesticks the whole fucking time, dog. That would have been much better.
Yeah.
So here's the thing now, right? Let's be honest here. I think we can all agree on this right now. Apollo winning the title is fine because let's be real about it now. Considering the result of the main event tonight, which we already know what happened, Roman is going to need people to feud with for the universe. He's going to need bodies. He's going to need bodies to defend that title. So I'm assuming, probably the next program will probably be him and Apollo before we hit SummerSlam.
You mean Big E?
No,
Big E.
No.
Steven, how dare you forget about the Superstar Exchange?
Oh, yeah, the draft coming up, right? Is the draft coming up?
Superstar Exchange is different than the draft, Steven.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I won't be surprised if a certain prince or a certain limitless man challenges Roman next.
A prince?
Oh, yeah. Keith Lee or Finn Balor.
I can see Keith Lee coming back.
You see, yo! He's
Roman Reigns.
It's the return of the jobber jacket.
Oh, no, not the jobber jacket.
Hi, Roman. While you've been up here, I've been in NXT taking down every name out there, and I want to take you on. And Roman's going to look at him like, you were in the minor leagues. You can't beat me. Acknowledge me. And then Paul Heyman's kind of standing there and stuff. I was kind of like, I'll save it for the main event. We still got to talk about the Raw Women's title match.
Yeah, fucking. I think that's the reason why Big E lost the way he did, though. Just because they're gonna probably feed him to Roman. I don't know, but I don't mind Apollo winning, but those type of finishes at Mania just are kind of eh.
Yeah, and especially because it was so rushed too, because Big E literally just hit the finisher, so it wasn't like we get a moment where the fans were into it or anything, and then it's just all of a sudden the Dabakoto comes out of nowhere, just beats the fuck out of Big E, and it's oh that's it. So.
Yeah. So now from there we get to the women's match, right?
Oh, can we not?
Listen, we had Rhea Ripley who had a live performance.
An awful performance.
Listen, we're going to
coming away. This is my end.
That was worse than bad. That was bad. That was brutal. DX band live bad.
That was brutal. But then again, though, I honestly feel last year
the lady did not know the words. She was literally just like,
so hold up. That's not the person that sang the song originally? They just found someone to sing.
I think it is.
That's her, Steven. That's her. She literally just didn't know the song. She literally was just and you could tell she was desperate because and it was so awkward when Rhea was in the ring and she's pointing at them, and I'm like, what are you pointing at them for? And she's like, this is my way. This is my brutality. And she looked around awkwardly hey, are we done? Oh shit. This is my brutality. Oh, we're not done yet? This is mine. This is mine. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude? And then they had the awkward pause where it's and then Michael Cole's and Rhea Ripley, the challenger. And then I was waiting. Is Asuka going to come out yet? Where's Asuka?
Word.
This match is sponsored by Cricket. And then it was like, what?
Facts, big facts. I thought the match, honestly,
Match was boring.
yeah, it didn't do it for me.
It was.
And you know what it is too? It's just that not everyone's gonna have the right chemistry. You know what I mean? Charlotte and oh my God, Charlotte and Rhea had it last year's Mania.
Oh yeah.
You know, in the empty building.
Charlotte and Asuka had it.
Charlotte and Rhea had it.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea and Asuka just don't have it. Maybe, hey, listen, maybe who's to say, right? Tomorrow on Raw or maybe down the road, they have a better match than Mania. It's possible.
Well, I mean, this match was like, what, 6 minutes?
Exactly. Not even that, but it was just announced like out of the fly. Like, yeah, listen, she shows up.
It was 13 minutes. It was 13 minutes.
Yeah, but she's still like, no, think about it though. Yeah. Rhea just shows up. Rhea shows up, right? Rhea shows up.
And just after
losing the God damn it. Rhea shows up after losing the Royal Rumble. Right? They promote her for weeks. She shows up.
Already.
What happened?
3 weeks.
We already talked about this.
I'm still listening. But anyway.
Well, she get away with that because she faced Charlotte last year.
You can't even complain. You can't. Don't even complain about Charlotte getting handed shit down.
You know my biggest letdown too from this Mania in a way? There is no like special WrestleMania ring attire. Like you think about every other year.
Everyone was walking the Jesus white, dude. They were just wearing their whites today, man.
Fucking, I remember last year Rhea Ripley had a Super Saiyan Vegeta going into the Hyperbolic Time Chamber attire. Like here, she just had I don't know what the fuck she had.
She had the I don't care, I'm winning the title.
Yeah. You know what, man? This match really felt like it was just like Rhea, she's good, but I just think Asuka's a little bit too fast for her. And I just think I think also too it's just that Rhea's down to do shit, but she's not down to do like what Asuka wanted to do because that DDT, it looked like it was supposed to be a suplex, and it was like turned into a DDT. It was like Rhea's like, no, I'm not going in the fucking air, and Asuka's like, okay, and then she just decided to do a DDT, and it just looked super awkward. I just think that, and then also too, I noticed like Asuka, she was missing a lot of her strikes. Normally, because that was the thing too. Normally, you hear the shit that Asuka does. Like this was like when she would do the back elbows. Like normally she does the back elbow and stuff like that. It was like this. Like she was missing like Rhea's head by a lot. So I think it was just like
Rhea is tall.
Yeah,
It
was just like either like there was just like Asuka's strikes weren't hitting. It just felt awkward, dude. And then even the ending segment, dude, Asuka's doing her yes kicks, and then she's like, "Oh shit, I can't steal that from Daniel Bryan. The main event's next." And then Rhea picks her up and hits a sloppy. Like my mom was like, "Wait, is that her finisher?" I was like, "What? The Riptide?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's it." And she's like, "Yeah." And then and my mom literally said, "They've done all this stupid shit the whole night. You telling me that this dumbass could have go up to the top rope and done that stupid move?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're right, Mrs. Oliver. You're right. You're right, Mama Oliver. Why couldn't they go up to the top rope? Because that would have been the thing. Like, if you would have had Rhea Ripley, like, at least done something cool, but that Riptide just looks so weak, dude. It did, like, I don't know. Like,
it looks sloppy, too.
Yeah, it was just, this match was a huge, like, it was, like, if it would have opened, it would have been like, the match wasn't good, but, it opened up Mania, and we got one title match out of the way. Fine, but for the most part, the match was a hit. It was a miss mostly.
Yeah.
What happened?
I wasn't feeling it. It's weird saying this, but it's like, okay, so early in the week, I guess a picture leaked out of all three women who won the women's titles. I mean, without the belts, of course, but like together, Raquel Gonzalez, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair, and like they just took this picture, kind of like foreshadowing because they knew they were challenging for the belts. And then like throughout the week, the matches happened, and it's like I just got this feeling going into each one of them, like, okay, at least one of these three, because they're both tall. I mean, they're all tall, supposed to be built as strong women, right? At least one should be like not even a match. It should just be, I'm here, I'm demolishing you, and I'm taking the belt. And if of all three of those, it should have been Rhea because of the fact that like you said, she showed up. She walked out on her tag match. Like literally, it was only 3 weeks before Mania when she finally debuted, made the challenge, got the match, did the tag match, which barely was nothing, did the contract, and then Mania. And it's like, we didn't get any preview. She didn't earn the match or anything. So it's just, there wasn't a preview of what she had to offer. So like, Mania should have been a showcase that this is a dominant, destructive force. I mean, her fucking song says brutality. Where was the brutality? You know,
she won the match.
Of course she won the match. That was the idea. But I'm just saying, like, it felt like her presence wasn't really delivered. You know, like it was just like, if it felt like the ending came in the middle of what would be a normal match. Like, okay, we're having a match, but then right in the middle we got to end it. That's literally what it felt like. Like watching it, I felt like there was about to be more of the match, and then it just ended. It was a blah.
I know. So
to me, I'm gonna just say this: the build did not matter to me because of the circumstances. Anything that COVID kind of touches and ruins, I'm not gonna sit here and blame the build. I'm not gonna blame how it was executed, because you're not gonna have Asuka, who literally carried the pandemic era with Bayley and stuff on her shoulders, go out there and have a match. Like, you can't just say, "Oh, let's have it where she buries Ripley." You need to keep Asuka strong. This was supposed to be Asuka versus Charlotte 2, putting on a banger of a match, and it didn't happen. And so I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Oh, well, the build wasn't good," because COVID took away what was supposed to be a good match. COVID took away the good match, you know?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to hate? Like, how am I supposed to hate WWE for this one, man? Like, I feel like that's reaching a little bit, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, no, they did. You know, they did what they could have done, basically, and you know, they barely wrestle each other, so it's like, it's tough. You know, we didn't know it was gonna be a bad match, but you know, they did what they had to do. At least, I guess, the right person won. So
yeah, absolutely.
So.
So there's that. I mean, we'll see what they'll do now. I mean, again, all I'm saying is, if tomorrow, you know who returns. Oh, what a letdown!
Yo, you're like on that.
What a letdown, bro! What a fucking, it's gonna be a fucking letdown.
What's wrong with coming back in the Thunderdome? Maybe she doesn't want to go to Tampa.
Think about it, dude. It's WrestleMania.
Why are you holding my title?
It's the Raw after Mania, though. Come on.
Yeah, you know, the one thing that I was hoping would happen is that Rhea would have tried to do like what's his name, Yokozuna type of shit, been like, who else wants to challenge me? And then someone comes out that, like, real quick and like beats her. That would have been cool. Return for Becky Lynch. That would have been
so some AJ Lee type of shit.
Yeah.
Something, anything, you know, like they booked what happened was, and I understand, like, if it was gonna really be Charlotte, or just like between this match and the match before with Apollo, they booked themselves into a corner where both Apollo and Rhea had to win. Like you knew going in, these two had to win. If neither of them would have lost, like, they're done.
Well, I would disagree with that. I don't think they had to win. I feel like you could have had.
Serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Apollo, let's see. Before the gimmick change, how many times did he lose? Twice, right? Yeah. Shenanigans. Then he has the gimmick change. And he loses at Fastlane. Then he challenges him to his specialty match. And if he would have lost again, then it's like,
a lot of times heels do lose their specialty match. It's not like heels.
I know, but like,
that's the whole point. That's
many losses in a row.
That's the whole point of the Punjabi prison, is that, oh, Khali has an advantage, but he really doesn't because he's going to lose it. It's called irony. That's how you write heels. Like,
no,
Apollo,
that's not
Apollo losing to Big E would not have been like, oh, that's the wrong decision. Big E's a guy you're trying to build. If you can keep the title on Big E and build him up, that's fine too. Big E, Apollo winning was my personal choice, but I wouldn't have been as upset if Big E won, because Big E is still a guy they're going to build. Like, that's the thing. They're still going to build Big E. And as I mentioned before this, Apollo was having the worst pandemic year of his life, even though he was a United States champion. The fact that he even got here, that was a W to me. And if anything, you know, a lot of people have been shitting on this Apollo gimmick. A lot of people don't like it. So you know, who knows how long his IC title reign lasts? Who knows if it's something that connects with the fans? To me personally, I like it. I think it should go far. I think he should build a whole army soon and make him a dominant force. But hey, I'm not WWE. If they want to do their own thing, they do their own thing. Asuka beating Ripley, look, Asuka, same thing, carried the WWE on her shoulders. Rhea Ripley's a young person. You could always play it off. The veteran outsmarted the young gun, Rhea Ripley. And you even just talked about how you felt Rhea didn't deserve to be here, that Rhea wasn't ready for this type of match. Well, that's the thing. That proves your point. Then if Asuka beats Rhea, you can play that up. Like maybe Rhea Ripley wasn't ready for Asuka. Maybe this go around, Rhea Ripley, the young 24-year-old woman, was not ready for the Empress of Tomorrow. That's the thing. Like either person winning, like either person winning would have been fine. Like it's not like the worst thing in the world, especially for Asuka. You want to build her up as some badass, but every time she has a WrestleMania match where she seems like the favorite, she ends up losing anyway. So, you know, that's just the thing. So I don't think that this like they didn't back themselves in the corner. I feel like you could have done what you could have done either way.
Okay. Let's not get into the Memlo Stone, right? Let's get into the main event, shall we? Let's get into the main event of the evening. It's now time for the main event, baby. The main event, baby. For the Universal. What's wrong, David? What's wrong, Dave?
I'm going to say something after that match that nobody wants to hear. And I mean, I could open up by saying it, and you guys won't want to hear it. But it makes a lot more sense after hearing the results.
Go.
Come with it. Come with it. Come with it.
Y'all want to hear it now? Okay.
In the words of in the words of Dr. D, go. Stand the question. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, man. After the end of this match, I miss Brock Lesnar.
We're talking about Rhea Ripley and Asuka, or
no. You were heading into the main event.
You miss Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
You know what? I think a lot of people do. I think in some weird. I don't lie to you.
You won't appreciate what you have until it's gone.
Exactly.
No, it's not.
How much? Think about this. Think about this before we get to the main event. How many throughout the time that Brock was in WWE, to 2012? How many people have we heard? And I've been in Skype call with even other people who I'm not gonna say who. Right? They know who they are, who've bitched and moaned about Brock Lesnar, you know, not taking it serious. All he's, you know, if he came back in the black tights and did wrestling moves, it'd be different. I don't like the fact that Brock only shows up once a year, twice a year, what have you, and doesn't, you know, put in the effort or takes the title hostage and shit. But yeah, when he shows up, when he would show up in the building, wherever the fucking town, it's fucking shit. If you will, or you know, whenever he shows people, these are the same idiots that will chant Suplex City,
right?
So at the end of the day, like Jake said, appreciate what you have. And I'll be real about it. I prefer Brock Lesnar, the pro wrestler, over the MMA fighter.
Yeah,
I think a lot of even my friends who don't even watch wrestling no more, like, I prefer Brock Lesnar, the pro wrestler, than the MMA fighter.
Yeah, I mean, like the only reason I'm saying this is because it's like when Roman first came back. All right, he was a heel badass. They put him with Paul. You know, this is before this is before Usos and stuff joined him. And I was down with it. It's like, yo, man, you're taking up the mantle of what Brock was. You're a heel, but you're a badass who could get the job done. This whole thing of just you need he's not even acknowledging that he needs help, but he's just getting help constantly. It's like it's coming off as pointless. It's really coming off as pointless, and I know it's heel tactics, but it's coming off as pointless that someone who like has to portray that I don't need help constantly gets help. And I'm just at the point where it's like, dude, like, I mean, this is the one time. No, this was the one time where it's like, you, like, even like, there's certain matches where even if you have a group, you just tell the group, yo, I got this. And this should have been that one time after all the year long that he held it, where he should have just like he could have won it legit, and I would have been okay with that. You know, I'm not even mad that he retained. It's just like it was the fact that Uso got involved, that he was even there. Like that to me, I was just like, really? you know, like you're gonna keep this up for as long as you can. And so, like me, like Brock never needed that shit, and that's why I miss Brock. He was just the dude to fuck you up. Why couldn't Roman be a replacement dude to fuck you up?
You're answering your own question, so
Right.
Can we just move on, bro?
you're answering your own question, Dave.
Yeah,
there you
dude.
go. You're answering your own question with this one.
We love you, but damn. Okay.
No, he really is answering his own question. Like the theme with Roman is he's built up to be this type of character. He's smarter than everyone else. He's an ironic character. He's a character who makes choices that you will never understand, but only he understands. And the fact, Dave, you're watching frustrated like that shows that it's working. And then you saying you want someone like Brock Lesnar back shows that it makes sense to book Lesnar and Roman for WrestleMania 38 again, number trace, third time, last time ever between these boys, because that shows that it's working. Because you over here are frustrated that Jey Uso's getting in the way, and you're wondering why is there not a dominated
main event Jay.
Main event Jay. I do
Main event Jay.
Main event Jay. But main event Jay is getting in the way because that's what the character is about. The character is about a guy, you know, his old ways did not work. The ways of being the big dog did not work. Now he's the tribal chief. And what does the chief have? The chief has support, and that support's going his way. Yeah, I get it where you're saying, oh, Roman Reigns should have a match where he says, I can handle this. But the thing is, Roman will have that match when he's going to lose, because that will show the irony in Roman Reigns. That's how characters like him are written, where it's like, hey, you needed the help to win. Why'd you get rid of the help? Because you got rid of the help, you lost the match. And that's the thing. That's the whole point of Roman Reigns' character. It's a very good classic heel character. And you answered your own question. Why can't he be like Brock Lesnar? Because he's supposed to be everything Brock Lesnar is not. You got it. That's all.
Okay, I'll throw this out.
Okay, listen. Okay, go ahead.
I'll throw this out to you right here. You're saying that it would make sense for next year's main event to be Roman versus Brock, right? If it was possible. So let's say that match did happen. One notable fact that we have throughout all these years that we've had Roman versus Brock, and Roman eventually did beat him, but there was the distraction from Braun, meaning Roman never beat him clean. He has never beat him without there being some form of interference or shenanigans or something. And so wouldn't you consider that to be the one time where, like, yeah, even if like Brock's going to play part-time again, Roman not like, even as a heel, being like, I could take this dude. Like,
no.
Point.
Dave, you, like I said, you are answering your own question when you argue with this. You don't understand Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has said this in interviews. So this is not me speaking. This is what Roman Reigns said in multiple interviews. You can Google to what he said. You don't understand how he's thinking. Only he understands how he's thinking. See, when you're saying this is the one time where Roman does this, no, because you don't know what the tribal chief is thinking. The tribal chief thinks how the tribal chief wants to think. And at the end of the day, when he loses the way that you want him to lose or the way you want him to go, he'll lose because that's what ironic characters do. He's pretty much a big contradiction, Roman Reigns. Everything he says is supposed to be a contradiction.
Right.
Where he says that he does not care about the fans. Oh, then how come Roman during the match? This was the best part of the match to me. When the fans were chanting Roman sucks, and Roman stopped and was trying to get the fans to acknowledge him. Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful work by Roman Reigns. And when he powerbombed Daniel Bryan and the fans were still booing him, saying Roman sucks, he's like, "Why do I suck?" I was like, dude, this guy gets it.
Yes,
he's supposed to be a heel. That's the thing. He's supposed to be a heel. He will lose to people who do his tactics. That's the thing. He'll either lose to people who use his tactics or lose because his own overconfidence gets the better of him. Yeah. That's the thing. He has to be overconfident, and he knows, Dave. He's talked about this in interviews too. He knows how he lost in the past, and he doesn't want to go back to being who he was in the past. He is someone looking to win and dominate. After WrestleMania Hollywood, he said he's done. He's going to retire and go make movies. That's what he said. And he said this on the Ariel Helwani show, that he's chilling and doing this thing. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, Dave. When you ask these questions about Roman and you complain about him, you're answering your own questions. You're answering your own questions with these ones.
Okay. Anyway, let's get into what I did like about the main event. And again, I said this. They brought back the 8K camera for what 2 inches, and I'll take it.
Sheamus caught it too.
Sheamus had a nice camera entrance.
AJ had it. Sheamus had it, I think, tonight, and then Roman. Fucking beautiful. The match happened. Listen, I told everyone the right person won.
Yeah.
Everyone is going in. Yep, the right person was going to win. Roman Reigns. The question that I was wondering is, hey, are people going to actually get behind this heel character to start really chanting Roman?
They get behind it. They were booing it.
They did.
They you know what? Normally the fans, they like to meme their own shit. Shout out to you guys. I'm glad you guys just said, hey, you know what? Roman's a bad guy. We're going to boo this guy. I loved it. It was so refreshing to hear. When I heard Roman come out and went, boo, I was like, oh, thank God. And wasn't these fans cheering him? It was so nice.
Exactly.
He deserved those boos in a good way.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the thing. The match wasn't, to me, again, I felt like for me, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate the main event.
I love this match. I think
I did. I loved it. I thought this main event, again, if I'm honest, a better triple threat than 2 years ago, if you will. It didn't end on a Monday, if you will.
Or a botch roll up.
I feel like everyone had their moment to shine at some point in this match.
I like the moments where everyone was going to turn evil, like Daniel Bryan. He went back to that vegan evil Bryan at one point where he started doing the stomp, and then he got all angry at the space, and then he rolled down, and then like the heel Daniel Bryan, he looked down on his knees and he started doing the yes type of thing. I thought that was great. I thought like that's what I liked about this match was like each of these guys, we've seen the good sides to them, but we've also seen the bad sides to them, and they've each had roadblocks in their careers where their careers could have ended. This video package was really good. How they did the whole like time lapse scene where they first they showed Edge and they gave you Edge's story, then they showed Daniel Bryan, gave you Daniel Bryan's story. Roman Reigns, you didn't want the fans to really you didn't want the viewer at home to really like him, so you just gave him the tribal chief story. But fans know, and it was crazy because Roman was playing dirty the whole night. Bryan and Edge were trying to fight clean, and you know what they said? They said, "Fuck it, we're going to each other. We can't fight clean. We gotta go deep and dark here." So Daniel Bryan went to the ways that helped him become the WWE champion again before he lost to Kofi Kingston. Edge went to the ways that this is what I always wanted this match to be: was how can you get it where these guys become the characters that led them to success? Because if you want to beat the tribal chief, you have to get down to his level. You may not respect that level, but you have to get down to his level. And both these men executed it well. I still don't like why Daniel Bryan was added to this match, but it was still a wonderful match regardless.
Yeah. I totally agree with everything said.
Me too.
You guys think Edge is staying a little longer?
Yeah, he wants to stay. He's a full-time performer.
He's a full-time performer. He won't wrestle every week, but he's going to stay.
Right. No, I think that's why Daniel was there. It's just like
doesn't he have pull like backstage, like as a person?
Who, Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel.
Probably.
They both.
They both do.
I know Daniel does because like his pull is why we got the Apollo push and why we got the push of Cesaro.
Yeah. So, well, that being said, the match itself had its moments. Like I said, there's a moment where obviously both Bryan and Edge had Roman locked in the submission hold at the same time. I'm like, bruh, they're about to go there, are they? Edge snapped with the chair, about to do a hit Bryan with a concerto. Jey Uso came out after being, I guess, taken out earlier in the match. And then Roman hits the spear. And again, you're a badass when you pin not just one, but both of your opponent at the same time at a triple threat. That's the kind of shit you see when you're a talent that you're trying to get. When there's a talent that they're trying to get over, and you put them weeks and weeks and weeks in squash matches.
Yeah,
Like when Ryback wrestled like 3 guys at one time, and he mounted them all 3, and that's what it reminded me of there.
Yeah.
But yes, Roman retains, and still my tribal chief, y'all tribal chiefs.
There is no excuse for Daniel Bryan or Edge to have another match at the next pay-per-view against Roman.
What I'll say this now, who's next? I mean, again, I don't know what's the plan for SummerSlam. I do think both Bobby and Roman will hold on to their belts. I think, if I'm honest here, I don't think we're getting the Brock match though for Roman at SummerSlam for WrestleMania. I think we're gonna get the Lashley match if they are able to pull some shit together. I'm more intrigued than that. I'm more intrigued than that right now.
Your top candidates to take the belt off of Roman aren't on SmackDown right now. I think Big E needs a little bit more time, like another year, to get closer to that main event. But even come Mania season, I don't think it's going to be him. I'm leaning more towards McIntyre. The Survivor Series match was like really gave you that seed that this might be the guy to do it. If not him, maybe Keith Lee. Those are like my top 2. I don't know why. I don't see anybody else right now unless they're gonna pull somebody from NXT.
So let's go in a circle here, right? So for me, I see for Roman right now, I see obviously Cesaro. Why not, right? Think about Cesaro to be Rollins at WrestleMania, and maybe not Apollo, Big E. If anything,
give him a taste. Give him a taste.
Exactly. And if you want to throw just another body in there for the sake of throwing a body, Rey Mysterio.
Rey's last move. They're going to try to get. At some point, maybe they're going to save it for SummerSlam. Do the tag match.
Chase, what about you, bro? Who do you think?
I do like Cesaro as a prospect. I'd probably say Cesaro where you have crowd, because I think after Mania, you kind of have to think like Vince is like, oh yeah, maybe he does connect with the crowd. Damn it! I feel like you got to get like, I like your Rey Mysterio or Jeff Hardy idea. Just another veteran that will challenge Roman. You don't need a crowd for them to be invested in that type of match, and they can work with Roman pretty well and do what they need to do. Because like I said, I think Cesaro, it would just be such an injustice to take away a crowd from him and his opportunity. I think that would just be a good chance for you to see, because the thing with Cesaro, even if he challenges Roman and doesn't win, hey, who knows, man? Maybe Roman gets injured. Maybe something happens crazy. Anything can happen in professional wrestling. And you don't want it where Vince's reason, when we hear like a random report from like Dave Meltzer, and the reason why Cesaro wasn't in like this 6-pack challenge to crown the vacant Universal Champion is because Vince wasn't happy with his run during the summer when there was still no crowd for Cesaro to perform in front of. So why don't you give Cesaro a chance with the crowd again? Maybe the Seth Rollins match wasn't a fluke. Maybe Cesaro does know how to connect. So I do like your idea. Hey, give him Rey Mysterio, give him a Jeff Hardy. Heck, maybe if not one of those two, the Prince, Finn Balor. What does that hurt? Finn doesn't really need a crowd anyways to wrestle with this dude. So, and he doesn't need to win. So whatever you want to do, or heck, if you want to be risky, give him a freaking tapioca tits Walter. Have it where he comes out and
oh man.
Wow.
Sure, why not?
That would be interesting. That would be interesting. He really said
I've been holding that one back for a minute because I know most people, look, I don't hate Walter. It's just y'all know me. Like when
I would hope not.
If something pops up that's noticeable, man, those tits bug the fuck out of me, man. Like do some push-ups, bro.
Both sides, give me.
Yeah, dude. Like
Dominic Mysterio carrying a wellness policy. God damn it!
Imagine.
Well, like Dominic Mysterio ate up the whole McDonald's menu, dude. He was loving it for sure, dude.
Exactly.
Dominic Mysterio has a hamburger head. Like it's just.
Goddamn, caught a body. Big Mike, what about you, brother? What do you think, man? What do you think?
Like laughing at tapioca tits. That really broke him, dude.
You broke Mike.
Mike hasn't laughed this hard since I called the what's their name? The Good Brothers, the souped up Basham.
Wow.
No, he hasn't laughed his heart since you live in a wheelchair now.
Or Brandy. He was laughing pretty hard when I went, Brandy.
I apologize.
Mike likes
yeah, I pretty much agree with everybody. Cesaro, maybe Keith Lee, Finn Balor, anybody, like just anybody that you can get that the fans agree with.
Somewhere in the middle of that, they'll throw in Seth Rollins like for a fatal 4-way or some shit. I know they're both heels, but
absolutely. Walty, what about you?
Yeah, well, I think next would be Cesaro. I think it'd be a logical choice since he did beat Seth Rollins. Obviously, he's not going to be Roman, but I'm just throwing bodies. Cesaro. If Drew moves to SmackDown, I think they're definitely going to go with that. Or, Big E in the future. That'd be nice. But Roman should definitely hold the belt for at least another year, I think.
You just threw a name out there. You just threw out Drew McIntyre. Yep. I think, honestly, listen, if the Brock thing doesn't work out, I think for Roman, because again, you got to think ahead of time, right? For Roman, SummerSlam, Roman and Drew.
Really? You want to say
yes
at SummerSlam? Yeah. At SummerSlam.
Do you have them dropping at SummerSlam?
No. And imagine again. We don't know how everything's going to be come late summer. We don't know, but I do want to believe that WWE right now, for pay-per-views going forward, they're looking at states that are already opening up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guarantee you, bro. I'm calling you right now. Chase, 2 weeks from now is the UFC fight. It's Masvidal and Usman, right? In Jacksonville, right?
Yes, sir.
And 2 weeks from now, I guarantee you, Vince is going to be watching that show.
Mm-hmm.
Come up with a plan. All right, pal. How are we gonna get people in the building?
What states can we go to? Yeah, because that's the thing, and then they have to worry about traveling and stuff. Like the reason why I feel WWE is a little bit different than UFC and AEW, any form of professional wrestling, is this: they do weekly. UFC, yes, does weekly, but not every show they know won't sell out. The pay-per-views are monthly, so I wonder if WWE will go with this. With the pay-per-views, will have fans at certain venues and do their best to stay at the Thunderdome as much as they can until they know more vaccinations are out there. Like, I think we're going to see this method for 2021 and then leading into 2022. I think 2022 will be the first sold-out WrestleMania next year for sure. Like, Dallas don't give a fuck, dude. They're just doing it.
I got a question, and I've been wondering this, especially now since they did the live crowd for Mania.
Here we go.
Why not after? Or do the hybrid like they do with NXT, where they have the Thunderdome screens, but they also have like a caged live audience?
Say that again.
To a degree, why aren't you know how in NXT right now they do a live audience behind the cage, but they also have the Thunderdome screens, so they do kind of both.
NXT, that's with the talent. That's not like actual.
No, I know, but just to at least give off the vibe that there are people in attendance.
Sure, they did do that, and fans ripped it. They said it looked goopy, and they didn't like that the wrestlers were 6 feet apart and stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't think they could be able to do that, to be honest. Like,
yeah, because
I just don't think it's possible.
I mean, here's the thing: in the COVID Coliseum, the CWC, you can limit
COVID.
Yeah,
man, you guys are just on fire today.
Salmons put me on that shit. Yeah, Salmons put me on that. The COVID Coliseum.
Casey Catanzaro brings that twice a week, dog. She's like, "Oh yeah, I got a new case."
Well, yeah.
And I heard there's a Proud Boy meeting every single week there with the referee.
Karrion Kross avoids the temperature checks, dog. He's like, "Nope,
nope." So again, we'll see what happens, but I do believe again, Vince is gonna be watching that pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure also Tony Khan, if he's not, I'm pretty sure. If he's not, but I do think though, at least the pay-per-views, you can open them in certain cities. I would say obviously Florida will be one. You can do Texas. Hell, Walter, would you say New York?
No, not at least till the end of the year, probably. Yeah, till the fall.
Okay, I got a good question.
Here we
This was posted on Facebook earlier.
Here we go.
I know. I don't know why this idiot
Listen,
posted
bro.
this.
We got to announce the winner of the contest, bro.
True. I just want to throw this out there real quick.
This
Who
quick.
a combination between night 1 and night 2? Who is your MVP of WrestleMania?
Bad Bunny.
I second that.
I would say Bianca.
I'm with you.
Yeah. It's such a toss up. I'll go Bianca because that was like history. So
Yeah, and then I would say the match of the night, if we go there, the match of like both nights
Same.
was the triple threat, and then night 1 match of the night. After going back and watching it, I love Drew versus Lashley, but I don't know, Cesaro and Seth Rollins. I felt like I was a little dweeb in 2008 again, watching Tyler Black versus Claudio Castagnoli. Yeah, I felt like a little dweeb watching that, man. I like
PWG and Rosita, man.
yeah, dude. I felt like I was like a little guy, and I was like going on PW Mania forums and being like, "Oh, you see that?" And being one of the only 5 people posting the indie forum, thinking Claudio versus Tyler Black. It was super awesome. Something about that match. It got it made me like in ring for once in my life. My in ring Grinch heart grew twice that size that match. So,
with that being said, let's
spin the wheel.
Let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel. So, as you guys know, I was running a WrestleMania contest. I want to thank all of you that have entered the contest. All 21 of you who entered the contest. I want to thank you all. I guess the next giveaway, I have no clue what it's going to be. I don't think I'm going to do it for WrestleMania Backlash, but I'll keep
about blood and guts.
I don't know, bro. Dynamite's
3 weeks.
No.
Just to pay homage to an event you would have went to.
No, I'm still. So we're gonna spin the wheel. All right. Let me share the screen here real quick. Let me share the screen. God damn it. The winner gets a t-shirt off of WWE Shop. Now, it's only a t-shirt. I don't want to hear nothing about a sweater or a hoodie or any of that shit. No, it's a t-shirt. God damn it, a fucking t-shirt. So as you see there's the wheel. I didn't touch it yet. I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't, put my hands on this shit, if you will. God damn it. So are you guys ready for this?
I'm looking.
Yeah, so we got everyone in there. We got some recognizable names. We even got a Spin Again Dork selection as well.
Okay.
So, are you ready?
I feel like you should have put like 4 of those, Steven, so that way you would have a bunch of.
I know. I know what it is. I put all the names up. I put all the names, and then I thought about, I should do that, and I just did it.
Okay.
So, anyway, can I get a drum roll, please? We're gonna spin. Who's gonna win the T-shirt? And here we go. It's spinning. Who's gonna be?
Oh, it's Courtesy Bear.
Courtesy Bear, spin again, Dory.
Oh. Courtesy Bear is the winner of the contest. Curtis E. Bear is the winner. You win a t-shirt off WWE Shop. Please, if you can, hit me up on Twitter. DM me the shirt that you want. T-shirt, and from there, we'll get into it. I'll ship it out, what have you, and just
what's the sale they got on WWEshop.com right
I have no clue.
40% off certain styles. So
40%.
That's a lot of money.
Dude, I don't know how they make money, dude. Like
titles.
I mean, that's what I always thought about how TNA made money off their sales. So,
dude, I think a lot of people just overbought those blue bag specials. To be honest,
yeah, those are steals.
The blue bag special,
the brown bag too.
Brown bags, but that was my shit. Yeah, I like to get them shit back in the day. So I did also watch the Jericho documentary. case everybody was wondering.
That's
So, well, you know, I'm sorry.
Interview
The interview from
Doc-
I saw it for what it's worth. I mean, people were gassing this up. I feel like that's what it was. People just gassed it up for no reason whatsoever.
Hey, Steven, I don't think you're on the main screen.
you still have the winner showing.
Still on the
There you
wheel
go.
screen.
Nah, I think
Sounds
it's
like I'm talking over the wheel.
there you go.
Yeah,
Here we go. There we go. We're back.
Yes,
The person who won the match at WrestleMania, just like I said, I should have gone with my predictions all along. I love this person, yo. This is the commenter of the day right here, yo. What did I say? A person won the match at WrestleMania. Just like I said, I should have gone it with my prediction all along. I love that.
Person won the match. Wow.
Yeah, let me just tweet this out now real quick. So yeah, man. Your thoughts overall? Who watched the documentary about? Who watched?
I did.
I started it.
I watched half of it.
Your thoughts, please.
You know, it was just look. It's hard if you actually listen to podcasts because every story Jericho told, I've heard before. It was just like I heard this story before. I heard this. Thought it was funny. Jericho, you know, kind of just playing, you know, the safe side, saying, you know, him at AEW is not competition to WWE. You know, we're trying to focus on our own things. Look, he just knows that once AEW folds, he still has a job with Vince, and that's all that matters and stuff. So
That's about right.
So he's just playing both sides. It's cool. You know, it's not a bad thing. You know,
Exactly. I mean, the way I look at it, people were expecting, I'll talk about, you know, again, think about it. They talked about AEW on the network, on Peacock. They showed photos of Jericho with the championship on Peacock. Jericho admitted he carried the company for a good portion of AEW when it started, which is true. He threw out the names like the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. He considered Hangman Page to be a big star. Yeah, man. But again, to me though, I just feel like people just gassed it up for no reason.
yeah,
It's because of AEW.
It's still worth the watch, but don't think that it's like anything. Like if you listen to any Jericho podcast, just know every story is the fucking same. He just changes maybe like a little bit themed here or there. Every story is the same, like how he won the undisputed title, you know, the countdown clock, the 1,004 holds. Yeah, so
exactly. This comment's hilarious, dude. Prediction for Backlash: a wrestler faces another wrestler for the title. Things happen and moves are done. There is suspense, and we see finishers being done. But in the end, wrestler pins another wrestler and wins the title. I will be back at Backlash to see if this happens.
Dark Sage is on the roll, dog. It might happen, dude. Might happen,
But
dog.
I'm probably going to be 100% right.
Exactly. So here's the thing, guys. Anything else you want to add to this? Because here's the thing, guys. I'm tired as all fuck right now.
Shit.
I have literally work tomorrow. Listen, this weekend I did say live calls. I did promise it.
Yeah,
but reality is, listen, guys, we'll bring that back next week.
You got the Mania burnout, bro.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I'll be shocked if I'm recording a Raw review on Tuesday morning. I'll be shocked if I'm doing it.
Oh yeah, there's NXT on Tuesday.
I'm not reviewing NXT. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that shit.
First non-war NXT.
Bro, there's never a war. Listen, man.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Listen, man. Listen, man. I don't know what your boy over there we be telling you about. Your boy, that war, man. Listen, man. No bueno. Anyway, guys, we're gonna thank you all for tuning in tonight. You guys have been awesome as always. I want to thank, as always, the panel here. This was special getting all of us together. I think the next time this might happen again is probably for Double or Nothing. Likely.
Yeah, next month, right?
Sure.
Likely.
That's next month.
Or if not, maybe next week. We'll see what happens. You never know what combination you get.
When is the pay-per-view where Rich Swann is going to get his ass kicked by Kenny Omega?
Rebellion, but I'm out.
I'm not paying for it, but I just want to know when is it.
I think it's next week or 2 weeks from now.
Great. It's great. Okay.
One or the other, yeah. So I want to take this time again to thank all of you for tuning in. You've been awesome and all that stuff. Whether you've been watching on Twitch, whether you've been watching on YouTube, you guys have been fucking amazing. All right, yes, I am a little stoned. I'm tired as all hell. It's been Mania weekend, Mania week, Dork Mania. I'm happy that we saw an audience for once in God knows how long. We've needed that. And it's great that now they're going back to the Thunderdome. But that's beside the point. That's around the point.
Better believe it's around the point or you'll get the business.
Or again, there's hope, though. There is hope, if you will. But anyway, you can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, Instagram at HeelSteven. If you're on the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're on Twitch, hit the follow button, all that fun stuff. Walty, let them know, bro. Where can they check you out, man? The man from the mean streets of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Man. Yep. Check me on Twitter at HamWalter.
HamWalter. The AEW fanboy assassin himself, the one, the only, 4K Chase 4K, a tribal Chase Bunny, or yeah. Your thoughts, bro. Where can they check you out, bro?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought we gave it thoughts. Follow me at Chase Oliver 68, and then also you can check out my YouTube channel, which is just Chase Oliver. I do plan to go live after this. So if you guys want to come join me there, you can go join me there.
We have Gold Standard Roman Reigns head of the table. Absolutely, Ross. Dave Sack, let them know, bro. Where can they check you out at, man? Oh boy.
Twitter, that's Dave Sack 5. That's pretty much it right now. Yeah.
Okay.
It was good. Yeah, long weekend, but it was good. Almost all over.
It's all over. And we got here also the man with the golden charm, Detroit Big Mike 123. Big Mike, let them know, bro. Where can they check you out, bro?
123. What's that?
313. Detroit Mike 313.
All right. Hey, you said my Twitter already. Detroit Gamer 313 on Twitter.
There you go. Detroit Gamer 313. You guys have been awesome. And also, again, thank you to Dave for the Bobby Lashley intro. In case you guys didn't see it, I'm gonna play it right here.
For the new YouTube channel.
For the new heel.
Hey, Steve, what's going on? This is the almighty WWE champion. Hey, man, I heard you had this new YouTube channel, Hill Stevens. I just want to give you a shout out. I'm going to go check it out. And I think everybody else needs to make sure to tune into Around the Point, because we've been contracted. And if you don't tune in, you're going to get some business from the Herb business.
The new heel Stevens.
Heel
Steven. So we have heel Steven number 1, Walter's heel Steven number 2, I'm heel Steven number 3, Dave is heel Steven number 4, and Big Mike is heel Steven number 5.
That is what it is. But thank you guys, and also congratulations. Oh yeah, the winner of the contest, Curtis E. Bear, for winning the WrestleMania contest. I sent you a tweet, so just again, and we'll get that thing sorted out. But anyway, guys, this is gonna wrap up for us. We'll be back to our regular programming, hopefully within this week and all that fun stuff. And this has been your Dork Mania, WrestleMania, and General 37 review. And with that being said, this has also been another installment of Around the Point. Peace out, everybody. Bye. Everybody wave. Bye. Bye. Goodbye.
The Heel Stevens channel.
The new
Heel Stevens.
Heel Stevens